What if I told you that the most feared man in Westminster is now one step away from becoming Prime Minister? That a politician once dismissed as a fringe agitator could soon be sitting in number 10? Nigel Farage, the man who brought you Brexit, is now eyeing something even bigger. A seismic shift is underway. The system is cracking. And the man holding the hammer is Farage. If you care about Britain's future, you need to watch this till the end. Because what's happening behind the scenes could change everything. Like, share, and most importantly, tell us in the comments. Would you vote for Nigel Farage as Prime Minister? The answer might surprise you. Once upon a time, the idea of Nigel Farage as Prime Minister was nothing more than a pub joke. Mainstream politicians laughed him off. The BBC ignored him. The Tories used him when they needed leverage and discarded him when they didn't. But in 2025, things have changed dramatically. This isn't the Farage of 2016. This is a man reborn. A man with a national platform. A clear agenda. And for the first time in decades, a public that's listening. Recent polls show something unthinkable. In some constituencies, Reform UK is polling higher than Labour and the Conservatives. A former government minister, speaking anonymously, has even said it outright. If things carry on like this, Farage could become Prime Minister. Let that sink in. Farage's rise didn't come out of nowhere. It's the result of a Britain that feels abandoned. Wages are stagnant. Taxes are rising. The NHS is breaking. And immigration? Out of control, again. Labour promised change. Instead, they delivered more of the same. The Tories are fractured, bitter, and lost in their own civil war. The Liberal Democrats? Irrelevant. Into this vacuum walks a man with a message so simple, it feels revolutionary. Britain first. Borders controlled. Tax cuts. And common sense politics. For millions of Brits, especially in the north, the coast, and the forgotten heartlands, that message is a lifeline. You can smell it. In Parliament's wood-panelled halls. In the studios of the BBC. In the pages of The Guardian. Fear. Real fear. Because Farage isn't playing by the rules. He's not part of the club. And that's exactly why he's dangerous. Every attack against him only makes him stronger. They call him divisive, his support grows. They ban him from debates, his YouTube views skyrocket. They accuse him of extremism, and yet, ordinary Brits nod along, thinking. He's just saying what we're all thinking. Let's be clear, Britain's political system is stacked against outsiders. To become PM, you need to win big. Nationwide. Reform UK has no MPs yet. But that could change, fast. If Farage gets just 40 seats, and the Tories collapse. A hung parliament becomes inevitable. Now imagine this. Labour wins but doesn't get a majority. The Conservatives lose half their MPs. Reform holds the balance of power. Who do they negotiate with? What if the king is forced to invite Farage to form a coalition? Sounds far-fetched? So did Brexit. So did Trump. But history has a funny way of repeating itself when the people feel ignored. Mainstream media is trying to play a dangerous game. They ignore Farage when he speaks sense. They amplify him when they think he's gone too far. But here's the twist. Every time they think they've caught him, the public sees something else. A man who refuses to be silenced. He talks directly to the people. Bypassing the BBC, bypassing Sky, even bypassing Parliament. His message spreads through TikTok, YouTube, GB News, and Twitter, X. And it's working. Millions are tuning in. Not because they agree with everything he says, but because he's saying something. Farage has waited decades for this moment. He didn't stand in 2019. He built his media presence. He watched as the Tories destroyed their own legacy. he saw Labour drift into vague platitudes. And now? Now the door is open. The economy is flatlining. Immigration is surging again. The public is angry, but has nowhere to go. Except Farage. Here's what's coming. Reform will likely win its first MPs in upcoming by-elections. Farage's rallies are drawing larger crowds than Labour events. Conservative donors are secretly switching sides. And some Tory MPs are even openly praising Farage on live TV. The ground is shifting. Britain is restless. The next election might not just be about red versus blue. It might be the moment we ask, are we ready for a political revolution? Farage for PM? Not a joke. Not a fantasy. But a question we might all be answering very soon. So I ask you again, would you vote for Nigel Farage? And if not, who do you trust to fix Britain? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because the storm is just beginning.